Can you solve all these Class 10 Economics Chapter 5 Consumer Rights questions? ISI stands for
Correct response. Indian Standards Institute is accurate.
COBRA stands for
Well-reasoned. Consumer Protection Act is correct.
Consumer rights include.
You got it. All of the above fits.
National Consumer Day is on.
Correct. 24 December is spot on.
Small Business Administration.
You chose SPA. Correct.
Hallmark certificate is present on.
Great thinking. Gold is right.
Promotes agricultural development.
Nice selection and is correct.
Competition ensures that consumers have.
Bravo. A choice is the answer.
Responsibilities of a consumer includes.
Excellent choice. All of the above is right.
What do you not have the right to return?
Well picked. Digital purchases is correct.
Consumer Protection Act is significant too.
Nice work. All goods and services fits perfectly.
Rights of consumer are protected under dash.
Exactly. Consumer Protection 1986 makes sense.
Things that you must have in order to survive.
Sharp thinking. Need is right.
The year in which consumer movement started in India.
Excellent. 1960 is well-reasoned.
Amount of goods and services available for purchase.
Good job. Supply works well.
Which of the following is not a right of consumers?
Smart move. Right to constitutional remedies is accurate answer.
ISI mark can be seen on which of the following items?
Right again. Electrical appliances is valid.
What economic system do most world economies fall into?
Strong choice. Mixed is right.
Dash is not a part of the three-tier judicial machinery.
Nicely done. TESOL forum is solid.
How much do consumers spend each month across the world?
Good thinking. Pound 90 billion is right.
Which of the following are forms of consumer exploitation?
Well done. All of the above is right.
The Consumer Protection Act, or COBRA, was enacted in the year.
Valid point. 1986 is true.
India has been observing Dash as the National Consumers' Day.
Smart pick. 24 December is correct.
The amount of goods and services consumers are willing to purchase.
On track. Demand is correct.
Disputes of Dash amount are settled at the level of district forum.
Solid response. Up to rupees 20 lakh is valid.
Don't purchase in haste. This is an important dash of the consumer. Clear logic. Responsibility is sound. Which of the following are the ways and means of consumer protection?
Great job. All of the above is accurate.
Which exact month and day did the Consumer Rights Act 2015 become law?
Right choice. October 1st is best.
How many rights does a consumer have under the Consumer Protection Act?
Perfect. 8 is the one.
provides a mechanism for the speedy resolution of consumer complaints.
You're right. DT is correct.
Any place where buyers and sellers meet to exchange goods and services.
You got it. Market fits.
It focuses on the welfare, protection, and rights of Filipino consumers.
Republic Act No. 703/94 is the answer.
All consumers have rights when buying new goods services from a business.
Correct response. True is accurate.
A milk seller is mixing water in the milk. How he is exploiting consumers.
Nice work. By adulteration fits perfectly.
Right to acquire knowledge and skills necessary to be an informed consumer. Valid point. Right to consumer education is true. When a single consumer fails to get his rights protected, he seeks the help of.
On track. Consumer association is correct.
Name the court to which a consumer can approach having a claim of Rs. 40 lakhs. Perfect. None of the above is the one. To protect the rights of the consumers and save them from exploitation known as. Well done. Consumer rights is right. Consumers should be protected against goods that are hazardous to health or life. Exactly. Right to safety makes sense. To be compensated for misinterpretation, shoddy goods, or unsatisfactory services. Good job. Right to redress works well. Consumers have the right to be protected against malpractices in the trade circuit.
Solid response. True is valid.
Which one of the following days is being observed as National Consumers' Day in India?
You chose 24 December.
Correct. When were the regulations for consumer protection for unfair trading put into practice?
Sharp thinking. 2008 is right.
Supply can decrease 0.2. Supply can increase 0.3. Demand can decrease 0.4. Demand can increase. Right choice. For market behaviors is best. Write the name of the act introduced by the Government of India to protect consumer rights.
Strong choice. Consumer Protection Act 1986 is right.
There are always some businesses that do not operate in the best interests of the consumer. Excellent choice. True is right. Marketing of goods and services which are hazardous to life and property is covered under. You're right. Right to safety is correct. Consumer has the right to pick among various products, includes the sizes, colors, shape, etc. Great job. Right to choose is accurate. This guarantees survival, adequate food, clothing, shelter, healthcare, education, and sanitation. Right again. Right to basic needs is valid. Principal Health Agency in the Philippines. Access to basic public health services to all Filipinos. Nicely done. Dough is solid. Any individual who purchases goods and services from the market for his/her end use is called a dash. Smart move. Consumer is accurate answer. Which right gives the consumer the right to represent himself or the right to advocate his interest? Great thinking. Right to be heard is right.
Any place where a country utilizes the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services Smart pick. Economic system is correct.
Consumer has the right to express his/her interest in the making and execution of government policies.
Nice selection. Right to information is correct. If you buy goods online, they must be delivered within a statutory period of time, no longer than dash.
Good thinking. 30 days is right.
A corporation holds a firm's owners responsible for no more than the capital that they have invested in it.
Well picked. Limited liability is correct.
Protects the consumers against dishonest or misleading advertising or labeling. Right in information and facts.
Well reasoned. Right to information is correct.
Tax on the value of goods and services purchased is the leading source of revenue for many state governments.
Clear logic. Sales tax is sound.
To provide protection to the consumers against the improper behavior of the producers and sellers is called dash. Correct. Consumer protection is spot on.
Because the United States has a market economy, its consumers can choose from a wide variety of goods and services.
Excellent. True is well reasoned.
A car company recalling its 2018 model because there is a problem with the brakes is an example of which consumer right. Well done. Right to safety is right. If you buy from an online marketplace, then your contract of sale is with the seller and not the site. Valid point. False is true. A shop must always give you a receipt when you buy goods or services. Please choose whether this statement is true or false. You chose false, correct? A person who recognizes a business opportunity and organizes, manages, and assumes the risks of starting and operating a business. Good thinking. Entrepreneur is right. You buy a top and later notice a hole in it. You take it back to the shop, but the staff just point at a sign saying no refund or exchanges. Is this right?
Great job. No is accurate.
High school students being required to take a class on the economic system of the country in which they live is a good example of which type of consumer. Right.
Nice work. Right to consumer education fits perfectly.
Before making a major purchase, the consumer should be informed by the salesperson of the facts about how the product is rated on safety, performance, and value.
Clear logic. True is sound.
You buy a kettle, but it stopped working after one use. You take it back to the shop, and they say you have to return the kettle to the manufacturer yourself. Is this right?
Smart move. No is accurate answer.
A restaurant providing food handler training to new employees and strictly following clean kitchen and serving practices shows responsibilities linked to which consumer right.
Bravo. Right to safety is the answer. Standing in the supermarket produce aisle deciding which type of apple to buy, your options include Gala, Red Delicious, Pink Lady, Fuji, and Granny Smith. This is an example of which consumer right?
Excellent. Right to choose is well reasoned.
A producer of Surajmukhi claimed in an advertisement in a national newspaper that his product has large amount of vitamins, minerals, and proteins. However, tests indicated that it was a false claim. Whose example is this? Right again. Exploitation of consumer is valid. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Right choice. Contact Narayan Changda on Facebook is best.